with a run of form that is can best be described as inconsistent and a few injuries, this episode could be a make or break episode. Hello and welcome to episode 30 of From the Bottom to the Top. My name is Mark, and on today's episode we have two games in the Vanarama National League. A first home game against Barnet and then away to Bromley since you last with us. We've had an inconsistent run, to say the least. Notts County and Welling were the last two games you saw. We beat Torquay United 2-0. Drew 2-2 with Halifax Town after being in the lead. Should have won that. And then we lost 1-0 away to Barrow. And then beat Woking 2-0. And just beat Poole Town in the Builder-Base FA Trophy first round by 6-0. We have been in the transfer market basically because of injuries. So let's have a quick look at what's been going on since you were last with us. We have had an injury to Joseph, and we've brought in Mark Beavers, who is a 33-year-old journeyman, and he brought him in basically to do a job at the back, to shore up the back. He does get tired, so we have to rely on a couple of players to come in for him, but he's there as our sort of rock, if you like. We've also brought in Tom Scully, who is a 23-year-old midfielder, a defensive midfielder, basically because we didn't have somebody that's really pushing into that area that's got the attributes that we wanted. So he's with us until the end of next season, or is it the season after? He's in. He's not been well. He had a damaged shoulder and now has got a bug of some sort, but he may well play, or he will be playing in the next game. And then we've brought in Dave Robinson, who is a right-sided midfielder, can play in the right midfield or attacking right midfield, or can also play in central. He's 18 years old, and we have brought him in for a couple of years. He's come in from Port Vale. We did have him on trial, and he did exceedingly well on trial, so we've paid $250,000 for him, bringing him in. Basically because Jonathan Harris is out for some time. Jonathan Harris is out for 11 days, 3 weeks. And as you'll see, Joseph is due back fairly soon. Tom Scully has flu, so he may tire today. We'll see how he gets on as the game wears on. So let's go through to our first game, which is against Barnet. And this is the team that we have selected for the Barnet game. Slicker in goal, Richards, Beavers, Lightbourne and Egan Riley on defence, Scully at the base of midfield, Rydell, Gibbon, Robinson making his debut on the right side, and Armstrong and Ashley Seal up front. Carter, Thomas, Gordon, Morton and Danaher are on the bench. So, a couple of players need numbers. 42 for him and 43 for him. We're getting up around the numbers that we used last year. I think 45 was the last squad number that we used. And yeah, so recent form standings. Go out there and carry on where we left off from the last game. Definitely on a high there. Barnet, of course, playing in our away colours as well. First highlight. And Robinson picks up the ball. Ashley Seal takes a tame shot in the end. We have a corner. Scully with a corner. Crosses in. Nobody on the end of it. But Rydell runs out, picks the ball up. And he should come back in with a cross. Scully has crossed into midfield. And out to Robinson. Robinson now looking for Rydell. Oh! And Robinson looking handy already. We've dropped down to 7th place, which means other games must be going on. Cross coming in from the corner. And Gibbon has got a yellow card. Thought for 1 minute there he had been sent off, but we're lucky we got away with that, I think. Yep, and Tom Scully now picked up a yellow card as well. And now Rydell has, so a little bit of frustration creeping in there. Get creative, and now Egan Riley joins. He didn't want to be left out, did he? I think that might be the one that takes him over the limit. Egan Riley has been booked. They have a throw in a bit of a precarious position. I think we beat them last time out, and the ball cleared. Ashley Seal runs at the defence and buries it in the bottom corner. His 20th goal of the season. So from a point where, and that was Beavers who got that ball out, from a point where we couldn't score goals, Ashley Seal and Armstrong have let loose, and we seem to have got the hang of it all of a sudden. Scully with the ball in, and Gibbons with the header over. Should take us through to half time. Half time, it's the please how are things going, keep it up. We have a number of players that need to be careful, and don't think there's anybody that's not playing particularly well. Lewis Richards again, possibly, if anybody, but Dave Robinson having a cracking game, and there's obviously going to be a bit of competition for Harris on the right hand side, but of course we are looking for a replacement for Harris when he goes back from his loan. So they have a throw in on the far side, attacking the goal to the right here now. Ball's gone across and hits the crossbar, and Richards gets rid of it. That was close. Mark Beaver's now picked up a yellow card, and Scully is injured. He's got a foot injury now. Maybe he wasn't such a good signing. He had played well up until then. So we're going to have to bring Tyler Morton on for him. Not really his position. We could, I guess. Change that a minute. So let's move Scully into this position, drop Armstrong back into there, and bring Danaher on for Scully. All we need is somebody called Mulder now, and we will have Mulder and Scully. We'll do that change. Minutes gone. Time for normal changes. Dave Robinson is tying, as is Egan Riley. So I'm tempted to bring Morton on for Robinson and Thomas on for Raleigh, and that's used up all our substitutes through to 75 minutes. We have a corner. Get the corner out of the way first. Gibson with the corner, and I think we may have got a penalty here. Ashley Seals with the penalty, and he's planted that into the corner. The goalkeeper didn't even move, and we're going to a positive. 21st goal of the season. I don't really want to see the penalty again. Ryan Rydell been booked, but he was booked in the first half, so going down to balanced and put this game to bed. Oh, we haven't got any more substitutes, so there we are. 2 goals from Ashley Seal. Seals the game, a 2-0 win. Assertively say, I'm pleased with the result and your performance. And I don't want to count my chickens, but that leaves us in 5th place. So guess that everybody else around us has won today. Kidderminster Harriers, they actually lost at the top there, which means that the gap is down to 4 points between us and them. Swindon won by a goal to 0. Northampton Bromley, who we pay next, can't see either of those. Northampton beat Notts County 2-1. Bromley, they won 4-2 at Welling. So yes, the teams above us all winning as well, but I guess that's, you know, we've won. That's the main thing. I think it's time to move on to our second game of the episode, a game against Bromley. And here we are through to our second game of the episode against Bromley. Whilst you've been away, we are really been hit by injuries, as you'll see from the bottom here. Tom Scully, he had a twisted ankle in training. He's out for 6 days to 3 weeks. Jonathan Harris is on his way back. He's out for another 5 to 11 days, couple of weeks. Tyler Morton, he had a tight thigh. He should be due back. In fact, we've got him on the bench today. Ibra Hansic, he's out for a couple of days, pulled knee ligaments. And Egan Riley now, despite being suspended, is out for 1 to 3 days, so he should be back after his suspension. And we have Aaron Harling, Joseph and James Foster all returning from recent injuries. So bit of a run of injuries to just mess things up a little bit, which hasn't been too good, but needless to say. Right, let's go through to the team that we've picked then for this game. And in goal, as always, Slicker, Richards, Beavers, Lightbourne and Thomas in defence. Smith at the base of midfield, Rydell, Gibbon and Robinson in front of him, and Armstrong and Ashley Steele continue up front. On the bench we have Carter, Gordon, Knight, Morton and Danaher. As aforementioned, Morton is coming back from injury. According to the fitness test, you will see he is capable of playing in the forthcoming fixture with a minimal risk complications. So we will go with that. That's the advice of our physios. We'll only bring him on later on in the game if required. Hopefully we won't need him, certainly through any more injuries, that's for sure. Right, Bromley, when we played them last, I don't think it was a particularly good result. I can't tell you off the top of my head what the result was. Bear with me a second. Yes, we lost by a goal to nil. So there you go. So in this game then, I think it's true to say we're on a little bit of a run. So recent form standings, I have second place, well, we're fifth. Raise your game to their level. Bromley have won 4 out of the last 5 games. If we pull them to us, we can deny them here. Go out there and carry straight on from where you finished last match. I think I'm tempted with that one, or let's avenge. Let's go for an avenge. After the last game, it was only 1-0, and we do have we're away. I was going to say we do have home advantage, but we haven't. I was looking at that slightly wrongly. So early days. Say we're probably fairly evenly matched. Ball coming in, Richards with the header, but straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. And Vincent Lightbourne has, that's happened a couple of times this season, has harangued the goalkeeper by just getting in his way, as you'll see now again. Here he is, look. He's just stood his ground. The goalkeeper kicks the ball, and Lightbourne heads it in the back of the net. You won't see such strange goals. As I say, we have had a couple of those this season. There was a one, I can't remember which match it is. I'll have to find it at some point, and we'll put it on our end of season episode. Jordan Thomas now picked up a yellow card. How bizarre. Yeah, we'll tell him to. He's off. And we have a throw-in on this side. Richards into Beavers. Beavers back to Richards. Richards going to back to Beavers. Beavers clips the ball in, looking for Armstrong. Didn't quite find him. The defender was equal to it. And now they are mounting a counter-attack, unless we can stifle it. And Beavers has missed the header straight over the top of his head, but luckily I think the striker was more surprised than anybody, and completely fluffed his shot. Corner there and over the top. Dave Robinson is tiring very, very. Might be one of the issues that we've got with him. He seems to tire very, very quickly. And there was me saying we're not bring Morton on just yet, which we're not. But we may have to. We may have to look at bringing him on in a little while. Right. A fairly even first half. I'm tempted to go down to a more positive. Just take the foot off the gas a little bit for this second half. Pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. Jordan Thomas, he needs to watch his step. Right, Ryan Riedel not playing particularly well on this left side again, which leaves us with a bit of a dilemma. Luke Armstrong. I'm not happy with your performance. Or Ryan Riedel, come to that. Right. So, we'll go with that for now and see if we can get to about 60 minutes and bring Morton on. They have an attack here and a penalty, I fear. I think that might have been hands, actually, and this is going to make it 1-1. We didn't go to positive, which is probably just as well. Oh, and Slicker saved it. Good man. Not often we see penalties from behind the goal, so I'd like to see that again, actually, from a different angle, and Slicker's equal to that one as well. So now we'll go to positive just for Ball forward to Richards. Richards didn't control the ball. He just left it there for the defender to pick up. And they've cut inside now. And they are fluffing their line somewhat. Missing shots left, right and centre. Thankfully. And... right, Martin Smith now picked up a yellow card. And we're through to the 60-minute mark. And Dave Robinson needs to come off. Bring Morton on for Robinson. Anybody else? Rydell's having a rubbish game on that left side. Haven't really got anybody that we can push out there. I have. We've got Lewis Knight on the bench. In which case, let's put Lewis Knight out there. Not his best position, but under the circumstances. Gives him a bit of game time as well. Rydell not having a good game today. And we need to find out why Dave Robinson tires so easily. Did play in the under 18s game, I think, because I'd somehow or other, when he was on trial with us, had set him to always play for the under 18s, and when we signed him, it obviously didn't knock it off. So he has been playing more games than is necessary. We have a free kick here. Oh no, we don't. I thought we were playing in white then from it. They have a free kick and they're in, and that is the equaliser, but it's been disallowed for offside, and we seem to be riding our luck here somewhat. There he is. He's just offside, and thankfully that's another one marked out. Smith with the free kick and missed everybody, and they now have a counter attack on. Rogers and Ashley Seal got the tackle in, but only managed to get it out as far as Hines. But Richards has made the tackle and recovered, and we have an attack, counter attack ourselves. If Ashley Seal can bury this, he can't, then we should be fairly comfortable, was about what I was going to say. Martin Smith has been booked, so I'll tell him to be sensible. And we get through to 80 minutes, and let's have a quick look. Might bring Danaher on for Armstrong, I'm thinking. Really just to change it up at the front, see if we can get that extra goal, which will see us through. Defence are playing absolutely fantastic. Kieran Slicker are playing a fantastic game as well. And I think we've gone now through to that 85-minute mark. And we have a throw in. Richards to, and they're going to go on a counter attack again, and this time they have scored, and that is with the equaliser. It was coming. They couldn't make mistakes all afternoon, and once again we've been punished on the counter. And Slicker, who had a fantastic afternoon, didn't get near that. I think the power of the shots beat them. Let's hope they're not going to win this. And Slicker equal to that one, thankfully. And we're on the counter now ourselves, and that has got to be a sending off. That was a blatant not that we're going to take any advantage from it, unfortunately. And a 1-1 draw it was. Error strewn as far as Bromley is concerned, and once again we don't achieve a 100% winning episode. I guess we haven't lost, but yeah, it wasn't our day. Despite them making lots and lots of mistakes and having this, that and the other cancelled out. Right, we are going to tell Rydell in no uncertain fashion that he has to buck his ideas up. You let yourself down and deserved to come off. Dave Robinson. I think we want to see better from you next time out. Right, that is what we're sticking with, and takes us through. We'll have a quick look at where we are in the league. And we are 5th, 47 points, just ahead of Hartlepool and tucked in behind Northampton. The other scores today, Dover Athletic and Welling have to play. I don't think either of those will affect us. Kidderminster won, so they've opened that gap up a bit more now. And who else around us? Bromley, we played. Swindon Town, they won 2-0 at Wildston. So yeah, we need to realistically, Northampton have a game in hand, just spotted, which means that they must be paying somewhere down the line. That game in hand is going to be there for a little while by the looks of it. Yes, so we really need to have a little bit of a run. We could do with about 4 or 5 games winning, really to push up here, because I think if we keep winning and drawing and winning and drawing or whatever, we're not going to capitalise on this top spot here at all. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with future episodes. New episodes are currently out every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 4:15. Follow me on Twitter for all the updates on this channel and what's coming with Football Manager 21. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.